this pad because it has great reflex. So when you're like going for the bounce, you can feel it.
I can honestly say I think it made me a better drummer.
Hi, my name is Ed Eblin, and I'm the president of EPAD Practice Pads. I just want to take a minute to explain this product to you. I developed it back in 1998, and the reason being that a lot of the practice pads that were on the market were typically much too bouncy. They gave far too many rebounds, and unlike the surfaces you'd have to play on a drum set. So I sort of went out on a discovery mission to find a practice pad that was more suitable toward drum set playing, and basically the EPAD concept was born. So after several months of searching, I came up with this what we call enduraflex. It's a 3/4 inch surface that has a lot of shock resistant properties, so it doesn't really matter for the type of drummer that you are, a jazz player to a heavy metal player. Play with a lot of intensity. The best thing about this product is that because of the feel of the enduraflex that we make the EPADs with, it really does make it a more natural transition from the practice pad to the drums. So when you get to the drum set, you really do feel acclimated to the slower response of the drums you're going to have to be playing. From that point on, this became the industry standard. This Pro-lux knee pad is actually the first thing I ever came up with, and still made out of the same 3/4 inch enduraflex we use for all of the products that we manufacture. But the unique thing about the Pro-lux, strap this thing on your leg, only takes a couple of seconds to set it up. It's an adjustable, buckle and strap here. There's an extra padded surface underneath, and the reason for it is if you play with a lot of intensity, this just provides more cushion to your leg. Real portable, really light, and for the cost of a few pair of drumsticks, you can have this thing and save many dollars on expensive knee surgery. A standard knee pad, I call it a standard knee pad just because it's the 3/4 inch enduraflex playing surface and the adjustable strap and buckle. It's as good as the Pro-lux, except that because there's no padded saddle underneath this particular practice pad, the stick articulations are a little bit louder, good for beginners. And then the last product in the knee pad category is something we just sort of developed this past year. It's called the Strike Zone knee pad. And the reason for Strike Zone, we've got this little sort of assimilated 2-inch circle in the center. For us, it represents, and hopefully to you too, represents sort of the center of a drum, which is great for beginners because they need a reference point. And even for the guys professionally that play, this is a good sort of hand-eye coordination warm-up. It is quite a challenge because the whole pad surface is 5 inches circular. The inner circle's 2, so you got to be on your game to be in the zone. This is the newest of the EPAD products line that we've got available. This particular pad's really unique because with a material like the enduraflex that we use, it's a very dense material, and the response is very slow. Certainly at least half of what's on the market already. And the other unique thing about this particular snare pad is that it's reversible. So although you have the enduraflex on the one side here, if you flip it over, we've added a thin wall polylaminate for brushwork or for drumstick, chord type playing. The practice pad itself responds slower because there's no hard substrate surface underneath, so you really got to dig in a little bit more. But it's a great complement to the practice pad kits that we sell, and it's a great workout like the other stuff we have. These are a fixed position snare company, and I've used these because the snares activate via this coated drum head underneath. What happens is you strike the pad will hit the drum head and in turn activate the wires underneath. Has a nice sound to it, and more importantly, it'll trigger all over the pad. So no matter what your dynamic or what position you're on this drum, the snare sound will be activated. And this is our EPX12. This is our EPX12 actually. It's one of a couple of different series pads we make for our practice kit formats that we have. This has an edge bracket to it. And basically this is meant to either fit on an 8mm cymbal stand, any hardware existing that you already have, or we have this format here where you can mount these to sort of the knurled post, and these brackets are drilled specifically for that. But it's the same pad, it's basically just bracketed. You can set them up in 4-piece, 6-piece configurations, whatever you want. But again, so that's the EPX Series 12, then of course there's a 9.
My name is Al Pahanis Jr. I'm a freelance drummer, percussionist guy. Some of my credits would be band Powerman 5000. I've done some work with Everlast. I used to work in a band called Screaming Headless Torsos. Let's see, currently I work with a guy named MC Rai. It's a Tunisian Arabic thing. And I came across these E-pads and I was like, whoa, what is this surface? And I started working on it. I was like, I immediately fell in love with it. And then came to find out that Ed Eblin, it was just like a brand new company. And I was like, hey man, I'll do anything you want me to do, you know. I'll buy them, I'll, you know, key me in on what's happening here because I really want to like kind of start working on this surface and also maybe help you develop some other things that I've been thinking about. Well, the most important thing to me about the E-pad is the surface that I'm playing on. The absorption properties, once again, in this surface enable me to really pound on it and I won't get fatigued. It also forces me to be accurate, so I have less bounces. This pad gives you maybe 2.5, 3 bounces at the max, as opposed to other surfaces which are like 3 or plus, you know. There is no practice pad on the market that comes close to the E-pad.